Welcome back. This is still the morning brief, and on the final stretch, you know how we always take it soft and easing you into the weekend. So we have on the morning brief today, he's a Nigerian singer and rapper. His genres Afrobeat, pop, hip hop. I mean, he's been through all of it. He is D'banj, known as D'banj. You know him as a Kokomaster. Some call him Bangali. He's right here on the show with us. Thank you very much for joining us on the morning brief. And it's good to see you.
Thank you so much. I'm D'banj, or Skibanj, like my Jamaican friends call me. Capella, like my South Africans call me. Mensa, like my Ghanaians call me. Frike, like my Liberians call me. Usinawata Burogara Yawan. Importer, exporter. And I must greet you all specially.
I just had to expect that will happen. So welcome officially to this. So where have you been, D'banj? That's a question a lot of people are asking. Where have you been?
Oh my God, it's been a wonderful 20 years journey, you know, and that's why it's exciting for me. Celebrating 20 years since 2004. It's a journey that, you know, I want everybody to follow me through, and I'll let you know through my eyes. So I'm here for you. I've always been here. I have always been here.
What's the latest? What's going on with you at the moment?
Oh, you know, so yesterday we had such a great, fulfilling time because my album literally came out today, like into the midnight. And the title of the album is The Entertainer, the sequel, which is like chapter 2 to the previously released Entertainer Chapter 1 in 2008. And it's a specific one for me because in celebrating 20 years, like you said, where have I been? I said that the journey from 20 years ago just needed to carry all my fans along, and I prepared specifically for them for this year so that they can see. And it's not changed. I'm still the entertainer, and I cannot wait for you all to listen to the album. Yesterday was so fulfilling and was so graceful with the turnout.
So let's bring some context of the conversation, D'banj, on this particular one. So walk us through some of the processes that informed some of the records that you put out in this particular album before we talk about the level of reception.
Oh, thank you so much. So like I was saying, in 2008, I came out with Entertainer Chapter 1. And I was saying to people that most times when people ask me, D'banj, what do? I tell them, I'm not just a singer, I'm not just a performer, but I'm an entertainer. And I think that was properly represented in the 2008 release, Entertainer. So fast forward to 20 years after, in 2004, me coming out with a new body of work, I thought it right to just, you know the way you say iPhone, when you update your iOS, I just thought it right to let the people know the updated iOS of D'banj. And I would say it's the best work that I've done so far, and I'm grateful to God for that. In doing this, I thought to myself in 2004, who were the people that were inspiring me? Who were those that I looked up to and saw that, you know, whatever they were doing that time kind of like inspired what I wanted to do globally. And so collaborating with the likes of Yusufundo, Wyclef Jean, Akon, Awilo Logomba, those are the people that when I was trying to release my first single in 2004, if you look at the whole African music genre, those are the people that inspired us. Those are the people that were actually exporting African music in the way that I thought that should be. So in putting a body of work together, I went after those that represented me, and that's what everybody's enjoying right now. I cannot wait for you guys to hear it. Wardi, which is the track featuring the legend Yusufundo, was so special because I remember, I think I was 20 years old when I first heard of Yusufundo, and meeting him and working with him in 2024 when I'm celebrating 20 years. And he's celebrating 40 years in the music industry. It's so emotional, it's so historical, not just for me, but for my generation and the next generation to come. I think it's important for us to hold ourselves together as one.
All right, D'banj, so to be clear, you're an OG on this particular one. So as an OG, I know that you're seeing...
OG before IG.
As an OG, I know that you've seen the new cats in the game, holding it and breaking record. Do you feel concerned, worried, threatened, or I'm trying to look for the right words, because they'll say, oh, D'banj, that was your time, this is our time. So how do you intend to break through some of the numbers we're seeing with these young guys who are breaking records across the world with Afrobeat?
The truth is, for me personally, there is no competition. I'm actually just fulfilling my destiny. And I'm the most exciting person when I see everything that is happening with, the Nigeria or African music scene, because this is what we preached. This is what we actually set out to do from 20 years ago. And then people didn't understand what we're doing. People just felt that, they were trying to go global, or we're just trying to make things happen. But to fast forward to today, where what we preach, what we sacrificed is what is happening. It makes me feel like a proud father. So, and I always tell people that collaboration is the new competition. I think I've been saying this for a couple of years now. LD competition is collaborating together. So working on this album, I worked with people that, like you said the next generation, you said the new cat, but I am a new cat. They call me the Gen Z daddy. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no change. It's just constantly moving and contributing that quarter of yours as a vessel to the world. And so yesterday was so great. We had the likes of Bella Shmurda, the likes of Odumodu, the likes of Fino coming in, and I think it's just because we've always collaborated in the past, and I've seen myself as a pace setter that I believe that's what I've seen. So you look at me and you see visible hope. I remember when we started this, there was no collaboration, there was nobody going global, and because we took that risk, today people were doing it. So I'm glad that God gave me the grace to be able to do it.
2 points to raise with you, D'banj. First, the video you put out on your handle. A lot of people are expecting the full movie, by the way. So if you've not started working on it, we need to see a movie from that video. But you were, in captivity, and we saw the people who held you in captive say, you've gotten married, you've cleaned up your act. People are asking, are you back? Are you back? And then you go on to say, well, how can I be back when I never left? And then this happened. Don Jazzy came, who you've called Don Week, and he rescued you, basically. I mean, tell us the inspiration behind that, because I know there's obviously a message as well. A lot of people were happy to see Don Jazzy doing what Don Jazzy does best.
Shout out to Don Jazzy. Shout out to Olamide Badu. Those two specifically, while working on the album, are people that I felt that over time we've connected, and what we've built together was important to bring into this. So Don Jazzy and Olamide are my co-executive producers on this album, and just like you saw in the trailer, I think it was a message to everyone. People asking me, I used to do music, where have you been, are you gone, are you back, are you this? I remember watching a movie called John Wick, and it was almost the same thing happening to the young guy Keanu Reeves in the film, where you set up priorities, and I believe in 20 years you definitely got to know in different stages of your life on your way to your destiny what you need to achieve. So there were times where I focused on the music, there were times where I needed to focus on my family and my personal life to build a home for myself. And so in saying all this, I was like, wait, where did you go? Because a soldier drops his gun doesn't mean that he's no longer a shooter, or doesn't mean he's no longer a sniper. And I think that goes not just for me, not just for Don Jazzy, but for everyone in my generation and the next generation. So we said, you know what, let us put something out there. Let people know that, this is what is about to come. And just like an entertainer, it's not just about the music, it's not just about the visuals, it's about the full package. So yes, get ready to possibly see the documentary of D'banj's 20 years, or even another movie like a biopic. But I would like to let people know and bring them into my world so that they can see through my eyes. And that's what you're seeing there. So for all those people where they ask questions before, D'banj, Don Jazzy, D'banj, Don Jazzy, what's happening? Where are they? Are they fighting? Are they not fighting? You have your answer there now. I must greet you successfully.
Fantastic. And we expect to see all of that energy in the latest album, The Entertainer, the sequel. Final word from me, or it's not a word really, it's just a question. So I recently got the harmonica, right, D'banj, and I've been learning to play this thing. Apparently, it's not easy. So I've learned do to saw. Let me try it.
Please show me. Do, re, mi, fa, fa,
Let me try it again. D'banj, it's not easy. How do you do this thing? It's really tough. How do you?
I know, my brother. I'm happy.
It's really tough to play.
I'm so happy that you tried it now. I think being my signature and the instrument that I play. I remember when I was 19 years old, And when I picked up the harmonica and tried to play, no one taught me. I remember going to Muson Center in Lagos, Victoria Island, to ask if I could enroll to be taught, and they said no one actually teaches that. And the only person I could study was, of course, the great legend, Steve Wonder. And so it's like playing the saxophone, but the more you blow out, you also have to pull it in. So when you blow out, you get do. When you draw the air in, you get re. And you can continue like that. But those are part of the secrets we give you as an entertainer. You know, in case you don't understand what we are doing, just follow us. Give it.
I was just going to say, Kayode can't just get that lesson. He has to pay you D'banj so I can manage that payment transaction for
I agree.
Good.
Oh my God, that is part of, that is part of music business, because there is the showbiz, there's the show part, and there's the business part.
Exactly.
And that is part of what we are bringing, that you have to look for a way to balance both. That is one thing I want to preach to people out there, that, talent is not just enough. You have to look for the right management, you have to have the right backing, and all these together help you make a star. So please, enroll in my harmonica teaching class by Professor Banga. It's for free. Don't worry.
All right, but on a final note this time, I like the part where you said that you have updated. It's like updating the iOS into the final stage, and you are there already, which means you have grown over the years. So for your album right now, there's a message you're sending out. What is that message that you're sending out, and what is the big lesson you have learned in your 20 years experience in the music industry?
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. In bringing that, being true to yourself, Africa is indeed worthy. We need to look within ourselves and be able to take ourselves. When you say importer, exporter, is because we export the culture and we import, the education to these people. So please, if you ever love the genre, if you've ever thought that where is the way out, I'm telling you that collaboration is the new competition. Content is the new crude. A lot of people now, they are shouting crude oil, crude oil, crude oil, but content, which is what the creative industry brings, is just natural, just like the crude oil. You have to refine it and then sell it, which is what you creating your talent is doing. So please don't give up. Those of you investing on the back end, please do not. Content is the new crude, and it's our biggest export. There's no better time to hold ourselves on, and that's what this body of work stands for.
All right, that's a great way to end this Dapo Oyebanjo Bangali Kokomaster exporter, importer, cocoa water. So thank you very much for coming on the Morning Brief. I wish you the very best, and we support you always. All right, well done.
Thank you so much. Oshe, don't get it twisted. Love is a beautiful thing. If you are still sitting down, you are on a long thing. I love you, Nigeria.